Hola. Let me give y'all some time to get in. Y'all know the routine. This whole Jaguar thing is getting really, really messy and draining. But we're going to take a look at it and see what's going on. Let me get the audio from what I just. What is that going to be? Peace 44, mother. Peace, Hazy King. Okay, we're gonna listen to him. He was on somebody's live or something speaking. He's supposed to be autistic, but he is very articulate, very intelligent, and he broke down what happened. But there was also a witness that was there. So I'm gonna play the audio. I'm just gonna give some people some time to get in, but I'm gonna play some of the audio of the witness that was there. What it's looking like to me, y'all, is that somebody put something on Jaguar when she was in New Orleans. Now, yeah, he's so articulate. Oh my goodness, he is so articulate. But I forget what I overlooked when I was speaking on this before. Even though my first thought was that somebody put something on her or slipped her something. Um, what I overlooked was that this didn't happen till she came from New Orleans. Yeah, she had got the 1 million views. Exactly, AZ King. Exactly, 44 mother. And I don't know how I overlooked that. I know when she said she was going there, I got a tinge of something, but I wasn't. Sometimes I get these feelings and I don't pay attention. And I need to start paying more attention to my feelings. Looking for a host, right, AZ King? But she was the target. She was actually the target. But we're gonna play. I know when I looked at that video and she was in the car when she spread her son's ashes on her face. After she spread the ashes on her face, you could see the transition from her going from anger to something demonic. What's up, Dro? And I don't know if y'all seen her in the car. I put the video up yesterday. She did look like she was something was had taken over her when she started pointing her finger at the barbershop, and she was like, get your phone, get your phone. It didn't even sound like her. So people think that this is a game. Yeah, she did. You could see it. You could see the transition. People think that this spiritual stuff is a game, and because we can't see it, it doesn't exist. But this right here with Jaguar Wright should tell y'all she's definitely being attacked. But I'm going to play what this lady said. I think I got enough people in here now. It's 5 people in here. Hold on, y'all. Where's the doggone audio?
Hi, though, people. Like, hey, I was there. I saw what happened. Give us an insight, and thank you so much, really, for hitting the link. But let us know.
Definitely a demon,
no
Soular.
Yeah. So, well, I want to say first of all, this has when she started seeing that guy, I call him light skin, but his name is Soular. She started hanging around him a couple of weeks ago, and if anyone doesn't know, the reason you all always see Jag in a car is because she is homeless. Now, her husband has a house, but she's not always allowed to be there. And since she's been with this Soular individual, and so since she's been with this Soular individual, she spends a lot of her time with him. Now the whole thing, from what I heard, because like I said, I was at Jack in the Box, and I saw when they pulled up, and I just, I was, just in the parking lot, and the my drive-through lady was like, "What's all that yelling?" And I happened to look over, and I was like, "Okay, what is all that yelling?" And lo and behold, it's her. And I'm like, okay. So I parked, and I'm watching. Other people. I mean, there's plenty of people out there with their phones. Other people got their phones. She's threatening to blow up the place. She's telling them how she's going to come back and kill people. She was trying to.
When she's doing this, you hear everything from the Jack in the Box.
It wasn't that far away, and then I parked like right in the middle of between the barber shop and the Jack in the Box. The security that was driving around through the parking lot told us to told people that were trying to creep up to stay away, because he didn't know. Yeah, he didn't know how explosive things were getting. So when she started yelling and jumping out, and when the fight ensued, and the fight spilled out outside, it was actually security that called the police. The security that was going around the parking lot, he called the police. And so other people I don't think anybody else was going to call, really, because they were too busy enjoying the drama, but he called the police. And then when she started making death threats, saying she was going to blow up the place and she was going to, take everybody out, people started checking to see if she was on live and things like that. And they're like, oh, she's on live. She's in the car. She's saying...
They put her on a stretcher because it seemed like she was having a mental breakdown. And usually when it seems like she was having some type of episode, and she would not calm down. So that's why they put her on the stretcher and took her to the hospital. She was in Texas, AZ King. But the witness is saying that Soular is lying too. So let's listen to what she's saying.
She's, about to kill somebody. So the guy called the police back, and he's like, listen, this woman is on the internet. I think she's some kind of celebrity or something. She's saying she's about to kill people. So where we were, like I said, the border of Dallas and DeSoto, so both police departments had to show up. So when they got there, her and the other guy were trying to leave. Now, see, what people don't know, he threw Jag under the bus. What I mean by threw her under the bus is they had him in the back of the squad car, the DeSoto police, because her husband was like, yeah. So because her husband was like, no, they both attacked me. And the police was asking everybody, what did you see? I mean, they asked me, like, did you see anything? And I said, well, I heard most of it, but I didn't see the fight. I saw when they spilled out onto the ground, and because he had the guy in the headlock. Her husband had the other guy in a headlock, and she was yelling at him like...
Let me just say this. Prior to her going to New Orleans, we didn't hear anything about this. We didn't hear anything about her husband having episodes in his sleep, or her having to endure and go through things with him while he has these episodes, or any of that, until after she came back from New Orleans. New Orleans is nothing to play with, y'all, on a spiritual tip. Like, if you're not, it's so many spirits out there, and so much, I don't know how to describe what I would say. It's like a spiritual ground. If you know anything about spirituality, y'all, before things really got messy in this country, there was 2 places that I believe were attacked: Haiti and New Orleans. That's because they're the ones that kept most of the information of our spiritual systems, let me put it, from Africa. No, they are taking her to shut her down. She said her husband pulled a gun on her. I totally believe Jack. Dude looks sneaky, but hey, I could be wrong. I kind of was saying that yesterday, that I think he may have been in on it too. As far as Jaguar, she doesn't have people around her that she can trust. But let me tell you, even if it wasn't them, anybody that's in a position that Jaguar's in at this time, it'll be very hard for people to really be. It is, Maine. It'll be very hard to find people you could trust in the position that Jaguar is in at this time. There's a spiritual war going on. Like, for real. This is not a game. This is not conspiracy. There is a spiritual war taking place right now. There are people doing Facts. Facts, Robert. There are people doing all types of rituals, opening up all types of portals, and a lot of stuff is spilling onto this realm where we are. And if you are not spiritually inclined, you need to learn, because you need to learn how to protect yourself. You understand? Because you can leave yourself open. Now, I'm saying that she wasn't acting, differently until she came back from New Orleans. But really and truly, from the time that she told us that Nosy Hoax, whatever her name is, was allegedly putting some stuff on her, that's when I saw the decline begin. That's when things started getting a little bit out of hand. Like she had her stuff in control before. She seemed to be very well grounded, but I seen things start to slip after that incident with Nosy Hoax and the husband and her. So Sarah, you might have a point there, because maybe that's where it began with his breakdown as well. For this door to be open, for this spiritual attack to come down on Jaguar. Now, everybody's saying prior to the incidents or any episode she had, people were trying to say that she was uh, uh, um, mentally ill or what have you. But I don't see anything that she's saying that would give any signs that she was mentally ill. Under duress, yes. Under pressure, yes. Stressed, yes. Disappointed, yes. But I don't think she has any. I would see people like to say shit, but if it was them in that position, I don't even think they could have lasted this long. She's a very strong, intelligent woman, and I'm not gonna say she's perfect, but our messages and stuff is not gonna come in perfect packages. We like to see things all looking nice and all nicely made and all made up and straight. No, it's not. That's not real life. That's the movies. She said nobody has her back. I know she signed a contract years ago, but when they killed her son, she hadn't been right since then. I've never seen her in this state, and you're absolutely right. You ain't never lying, sis. You sure enough teaching now. Facts. Okay, 44 mother, but listen, y'all, this spiritual shit is not a game. If y'all want me to, after we listen to what this lady says, I will pull up that video so we can look at it again, and the part where you could tell that she was possessed. And then I'm going to play her son, what he said. She said Jag will never kill herself, so they got to get her mouth shut by any means necessary. She was starting to go live too much. She was meeting with too many people. She knows they coming for her with everything she's been exposing. Right. And also, she was telling people where she was going. Like, in my mind, when she would say, yes, I'll be in New Orleans tomorrow, I was like, Jag, you can't be doing that. In my mind, like, I was like, you can't be telling people where you going. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to play this, and then I'm going to pull it up, 44 mother.
Let my nephew go. Let my nephew go. And I'm like, that's not her nephew. But anyway, so once the police got there, they started questioning people. She's yelling on the ground. She took off. The reason she didn't have on any shoes was because she took off her shoes. She threw them at the cops, for one. That's why they had her pent face down on the ground, because she threw her shoes at them. She was spitting on them. She was cursing at them. She was saying that the government, is spying on her, and that her husband was a part of it. But the guy that she's
Let me tell you something. Wait a minute. Let me tell you something, Global Dawn. I don't know if you listen to what this woman is saying, or if you have any type of knowledge on what's going on in that industry. For her to be as brave as she is, probably it came from when her son was killed. For her to be as brave as she is, to start outing these people and telling secrets that she's known for years, mind you, the stuff that she was saying, that's not the first time I heard it. I heard it before, just not in as much detail. So I don't think she's mentally ill at all. I think she has. Hold on, y'all. Erica, I'm live. I gotta call you back. Okay. I think she's under duress. Duress and being mentally ill is two different things. Okay. You could listen. Goodbye, Global Don. Get the fuck out of here, because it's obvious you don't know. You have no fucking clue. So just get the fuck off my live. Let me finish playing this, y'all.
The other guy, Soular, he's in the back of the squad car, like, well, I just brought her up here because she wanted to talk to her husband. That's my aunt. I mean, he's talking very polite and, very, very just like he didn't just go in there and start a bunch of crap, too. They were both heavily.
Yes, Miss Lynn. Let me tell you what he did on Official Kingpin. I was watching it. Big Skip, he put it on the comment. He said, yeah, Soular went live with Kingpin.
I will.
With Kingpin. And
yeah, I blocked him. I will, Dro. Let me finish playing
Official
this.
Kingpin was just in the chat. He told everybody that Goomba Head Gerald was stealing money. That this was why they. Go ahead.
No.
Yeah, Soular had got on live. I posted that too earlier today. I posted the whole live, everything Soular was saying. He was saying that the husband stole money from her. So they're addressing that now.
That I'm not sure if that's what happened but see, I got blocked out of that chat because if you go back to his live, you'll see me in there making comments. And I was saying, I was there. You're lying to these people. Like my picture and everything is up there. And I'm telling them, I'm like, you're lying to these people. You are lying. And people are like, man, what are you talking about? And I'm like, I was there. I'm like, he is lying. He is lying about everything. I was there. And as soon as when I came back to put another comment, I noticed I couldn't comment anymore. And I'm like, oh, he comment blocked me. I'm like, okay. I was like, well, I'll find some kind of way to tell it because I'm like, I was there. He didn't tell the police. He didn't tell the police that he was stealing. That Gerald was stealing. He told the police that the man pulled a gun on him and her, which he didn't. Which he didn't. She pulled a gun. Like I said, she pulled it. See, somebody said they saw me. Yeah, I was there. I was in that chat and I was telling them like, no, I was on that live and I was telling them, yeah, I was there. Why don't you tell them the truth? You're lying. I was there. And I guess he saw that and he's like, uh-oh. And that's why he comment blocked me. So I couldn't say anything. But he told the cops that, no, I came up here to protect my aunt because, this guy has been beating on her and he's been hurting her. And, I just, and they were like, well, who attacked who first? Now, there's cameras in the barbershop. There's cameras outside of the barbershop. Plus, you're getting statements from everybody saying, no, she went into the shop. She attacked him first. He's like, well, this extended all from, 1, 2 o'clock. Because, see, this all started at like 1, 2 o'clock this morning. And it's just now culminated. Yeah, it's just now culminating in what's happening right now. What took place in the past few hours. So, we had to while she's getting, while he's on. Gerald told the cops, he's like, is it okay if I record? And they're like, you can do what you want to do. He was like, no, because I need proof. And they're like, look, you can do what you want to do. We don't care. That's when he went on live. And actually, when he turns his camera, y'all don't know. You don't know what my car looks like, but I'm like leaning on my car right where the ambulance. My car is like right behind the ambulance. I'm like right there.
Is it in the video with the Philadelphia? Is it up there? Because hold up. I'm on that.
See, she said, do the right thing. See, you saw me. She said, I was telling her, I was like, you're lying. I kept saying, I said, I was there. And he comment blocked me because I'm like, you are lying. I was right there in the parking lot. What happened? Tell these people what really happened. And I know King Payne can see me because every time I would type you're lying or I would type I was there, his face would change. Like he would see my comment like, wait, somebody was there. So once she got it took them a while to get her on the stretcher and to pull off because she was very erratic. Like I said, she was cursing and she was talking about conspiracies and she was saying that, her husband was abusive and all this other stuff. So, they questioned everybody again about, what happened. I do have like a detective in case I have to come back and talk to the police. I do have a detective's number. They have my number.
You're a witness, right?
Yeah, I'm a witness. Yeah, I'm a witness, and I kind of felt bad because I'm like, dang it, that means when they call me, I'm gonna have to go.
Yes,
Yeah, I was like, dang it! When they called me, now I gotta go because the detective was like, here's my car. Let me get. So they got my information. He's like, if we need you to come down to the station or we need you to come somewhere and make the, statement. Are you okay doing that? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And they're like, well, what do you? So they're asking like, well, what do you know about? Do you know anything about this couple? And I was like, listen, this lady, she was in the music industry. She has a YouTube channel. She has another network. I'm like, things pop up about her around Dallas all the time, which they do.
Everybody knows her there, right? Because that's what I was told. Is that everybody knows. Go ahead.
Almost everybody, yes. And see, the neighborhood. See, I live on the outskirts. Well, I live on the outskirts of Dallas, like Plano. But I work in Oak Cliff, where she always is. I have family that's in Pleasant Grove. I have family that's in South Dallas. That's where she.
Let me just say this one thing. Let me just interrupt this for a second. This is why people don't want to talk, because they can't trust people. They don't get no backup from really too much support from the masses. The comments that I see, most of the people, like the dude that I just blocked, they love to say that she's mentally ill. I don't know if these are actually trolls or agents, but they always pop in and try to discredit her mental state of being. It's like they don't even people that I know that I'm cool with, like they'll say, "Oh, she be bugging, she be," no, forget about the messenger. Listen to the message. Even crazy people say the truth sometime, y'all. So you can't discredit people and just dismiss what people are saying. You have to listen. And this woman is saying she's debunking Soular's explanation for what happened. So I just want to go into what the son said now, because I'll go back to that another time. But I want y'all to hear what the son said, because he actually confirmed that um she was possessed. Now, it's been said that the son is autistic, but he don't sound autistic to me. He articulated himself very, very well.
And bash her or anything. So I have is going on.
To me, I was very.
Can y'all hear him?
Confused about what had been happening, because this is out of the blue and unordinary.
Mm-hmm.
However, thanks to thank goodness for last Saturday. Well, not yesterday, but I was baptized.
Mm-hmm.
And after taking a look at everything else from what I've seen from my perspective, and finally get a word from what had happened across the entirety of last week with Daryl, my stepdad,
mm-hmm.
I now have the whole picture. To put it simply, and the only way I could best describe this entire situation is religiously. So anybody who happens to be an atheist, sorry, but the way I see this situation, a demon had been attempting to possess my mother and take over her and lure her into her death.
Mm-hmm.
And there's only one person who I could possibly think of that has been around my mother for long enough and at the right time period who is capable of doing this.
Now, let me give y'all some background on Soular. Soular and Nature Boy and all of them, if y'all don't know about Carbon Nation, look up Nature Boy and you'll find out all the things they were doing on this island. There was actually allegedly a rumor going around that Soular actually murdered one of the babies that was born when they was living on this, or somewhere, I think it was Mexico, off-site, and living on this land over there. And there was a whole bunch of cultish activities going on over there. So I'm pretty sure they was dipping and dabbing in spirituality or voodoo or hoodoo, whatever you want to call it. So that's why he said there's only one person that would be capable of doing this to his mother and putting a demon on her, and that was Soular. So let's listen. Yeah, look up Nature Boy 44 mother.
It is.
I don't know his full name, but I do know a name that he goes by.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Soular.
Okay.
Soular, me and my grandmom, we only seen him for roughly 2 days. Well, really, not even for the length of a full day, really.
Mm-hmm.
We saw him early in the morning, around like 1 o'clock on Saturday, and then later on in the afternoon after church. That was the only times we've seen him. And through that time, things were. I got connected with him, and he had a very good interest in my arts and what I'd like and the stuff that I'd like to make as making my future and what I want to do.
Okay, so he took a liking to you, and you took a liking to him right away.
He did. However, inside, there was something that lashed with me that made me start to doubt him a little bit,
mm-hmm.
and that's in the midst of our conversations. There was one in which he bring up how he was sort of interested around NFTs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not sure if you know, but NFTs amidst a broader demographic of the public who knows of what NFTs are, and especially those within the gaming community, which I like to associate myself with, despise them.
Okay.
So for someone as interested in gaming as roughly around the same length as me, that made me a little bit skeptical. But there was no way I could have gone off just that for doubt. I was going to have to pick up stuff later on. However, it wasn't until finally this morning that I talked to my stepdad to know exactly what happened on his and mom's business trip last week.
Okay.
Listen, y'all.
So, from what I hear, this entire thing started after they were, after they went to a restaurant in Louisiana that me and my mom went to a lot in the past to celebrate a break of 1 million views and all the people getting on board with the company.
Yeah.
And from there, stepdad told me all that was what had gone on board, and from what I hear, and I'm willing to not doubt in the supernatural. Soular, either Soular or two other people who were there at the restaurant who were on their way out. There was some chanting that was going on between them, and
did you hear him? He said there was chanting going on. What are you chanting in a restaurant for? Let's continue.
And they've attempted to effectively take a hold of my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And all throughout their way back, my mother started harshly speaking to Gerald in a way that she wouldn't at any time in the past. She was being a lot more aggressive, a lot more assertive,
Mm-hmm.
a lot more demanding of stuff that she wants, despite despite having to be somewhere at a specific time or coming back to the house with so that me and my mom could, and me and my grandma could finally be taken, could be looked out for, see it's stuff that we need. Mm-hmm. And all the while, Soular was acting very weirdly too. All that was going on, he was almost as if he practically loomed around with him. Mm-hmm. Almost like an imp looming behind a potential host.
Mm.
So you felt that he was definitely energy draining your mother in some way, shape, or form?
I wouldn't say energy draining, but more or less invading.
Okay. Oh, invading. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, that little boy is so smart. Oh my goodness, he's so intelligent and articulate. Now I'm gonna go to the video. I want y'all to see how she was acting, and I want y'all to pay attention to the way she was speaking, because I want y'all to see what he was saying is absolutely true. I'm trying to get to every time I try to do this happens. My computer just starts going slow as heck. Okay. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm coming. Okay, I had to find which video it was on. Hold on a sec. It was this one. Here it is. Now let me let it go bigger. Let me find that part where she was sitting in the car. You can see where it took over her. It had already began, but it fully took over her when she was sitting in that car. I'm gonna have to stop sharing and then come back. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. I'm sorry. I don't know why this happens every time I'm trying to stream something. Pause it. Go back. Good. God damn it. I want y'all to see that. I want y'all to see that shit. What's up, Big Dale? I want y'all to see this. I'm gonna come out of it. Let me come out of it and go back in. Now I did so many doggone videos. Now let me see which one it was. I think it was the first one. There's a second one. It was this one. Okay. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I want y'all to see this before I could, so you can really see that what he's saying is not far-fetched and that, it's not something crazy. He's really speaking facts, y'all. Come on, video. I can't believe this. Okay, that was the first video. I got kicked out of my own live, y'all. Hold on. I think I'm gonna just play it on my phone so y'all can see it because this is this doggone thing is not working and it's just gonna kick me out. So I'm gonna just play it on my phone. Hold on. What's up, y'all? He's doing my fucking nothing. Started fighting with him, and he beat the dude Soular up. So then Jaguar pulls out. She's flipping out. She pulls out her son's ass, slipped him something. So why wouldn't she be careful about somebody slipping her? So it looked like he was asking her, "You fucking with that nigga? You fucking with that nigga?" See. Now look at the.
What's Jack husband name again? I think he hit her.
I'm blowing this shit up. Hold on, y'all. Here's where it began.
Oh my fucking word! All y'all fucking niggas is dead. You fucking bum bitches. Oh my god.
Right here when she was in the car.
Soular! Soular!
Can't see it.
Soular! 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 Come! Come!
I'm trying to get it. This is where it started happening. You see how she was breathing?
All of you bitches is fucking dead! I'm blowing this fucking place up on my dead son!
Damn, y'all.
You motherfuckers! You motherfuckers! You fucking country bitches! I promise you! I promise you!
I'm gonna have to pull it up because you can't see it. I want y'all to see it. Hold on. This is such pissing me off right now. It's messing up my whole thing, what I'm trying to say. Okay, present. What's up, May Media? Present. Boom. If people stop sending me messages every 5 seconds, they won't let me be great, y'all. They not trying to let me be great. Now I'm frozen. What you laughing at? See, it's just freezing on me. I can't even play it, y'all. It just keeps freezing on me. But what happened was she was sitting in the car and you could see her. You could see her. You could see the demon in her. I know that's not you, Dale. You could see when she was sitting in that car, you could see that there was a demon on her. And that's if people don't know about that type of shit, if you watch that goddamn video, you could when she was rubbing her son's ashes on her face, y'all. Damn, I want to show y'all that video so bad. Okay, I think I have. Hold on.
Lord have mercy. How many more minutes? Okay. Then there's another one. Hold on a minute.
Okay, I'm looking at this from somebody else's, but I'm gonna play the other video. She about to find it and play
it. Because I had to split it. I didn't know how much more space I had on my phone. That's why I couldn't like record it straight. But hold on, I'm loading up the other one now.
I'm scared to touch it. I'm gonna just wait for the Yes, she snapped.
Drop. Like I seen
on her.
What a I'm trying to get like a person that has like a mental break. So you but see from what I understand.
Here it is. Hold on, y'all.
Sorry, I'm talking to the animal. All right, here's the second one.
only.
Look at this. Look at
no
her.
Bad
She rubbing the ashes on her face,
booty.
y'all.
You love them.
That's where it happened.
You love them.
See?
Fuck you up.
Stop.
Get dead.
You love them. They've had your back for a long time.
No, they haven't. They never had
They
my
don't
back.
know what's going on.
They never had my back.
He told me how much he wants to take.
They never had my back. Nobody up.
Listen to me.
I got my back. Get in the fucking car! Get in the car! Get in the car.
See?
Get in the fucking car. I'm gonna show these niggas what Helter Scouts is.
I love you, Jay. I have to tell you the truth.
Do you got your phone?
No.
Do you got your phone?
No.
Get your phone and get in the car.
Wait right here.
I swear to God, if it takes you more than 2 minutes, if it takes you more than 2 minutes to get your fucking phone, I'ma go in there and I'ma commit murder. I'ma get your phone. Get your fucking phone. I'ma kill these fucking niggas. You fucking piece of shit. You put your hands on my fucking nephew, yo.
Wait right here.
Look.
Give him his phone now. Give him his phone. Give him his motherfucking phone. Give my nephew his motherfucker.
From there, the line did she
That's not weird to y'all. She ain't crazy, fam. That's possession. You see how she was pointing at the barbershop and how when she after she rubbed, nah, she not off something. She not off something. She was drinking that day, but I don't know. Maybe she might have been off something, but also she was definitely, it was something spiritual going on. It was definitely something spiritual going on after she rubbed them ashes on her face. Yeah, her voice was changing, right? If y'all watch any videos of possession or anything like that, you're gonna hear how their voice changes. And that shit ain't no joke, y'all. That shit is for real. Don't think that it can't happen and it don't exist. Don't be so naive. It does. And she just came back from New Orleans, Louisiana. It's not a game out there. That's the home of of modern day spirituality, and they do all type of stuff over there. So the son broke it down, though. I'm gonna play the rest of what he was saying.
There was one point in particular, on the countryside in Dallas when they had pulled over, and I hear a lot of people talking about Gerald pulling out a gun towards my mom. That isn't true. The part about the gun,
yeah, that shit is real.
He did pull out the gun that he had for self-defense with only one in the chamber. He aimed it at himself and submitted to my mom's demand that if she was true about wanting to kill him, then do it. Wow. But my mom wasn't grabbing the gun.
Wow.
And when her arm and hand were reaching out for it, she got herself out of the car immediately. That's not normal.
Yeah.
That
I'm
is
so
completely
sorry.
abnormal.
I'm sorry, buddy, that you have to go through these things. I hope you're okay. I really do.
I know it's a lot, but I've been through a lot my whole life.
Yeah.
I've come to endure the pain and move on with the day.
Yeah.
So yeah. All the while, so my mother is acting completely abnormally, and Soular is always trying to be around her.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's so weird.
Nah, they're not devil worshippers. See, what people don't know is that spirituality it exists in us. We are directly connected to the Most High, to the Creator of this planet. So everything that they want to do comes through us. Everything that they want to create comes through us. We are the creators here. That's why they always interrupting everything we do, because everything they want to create here, they have to do it through us. I don't know if everybody understands that. Hi, Valerie. It's like we're the battery to whatever they want to do. They got to do it through us. A lot of them are, but it's a lot of people here that's devil worshippers that people don't know. It's a lot of stuff that involves demonic and ritual activity that even sororities, fraternities, the police, all of that shit sometimes in the background, underlyingly is ritualistic, and it has something to do with Satanism, unfortunately. Because this whole system is set up or by people who were Satanists. It's people who believe in God, and it's people who believe in the devil. And a lot of these people that y'all think don't believe in the devil actually do. They just hide it. You hear what they always say. And people gonna run away, but I really don't care, because y'all need to know the truth. I'm not biting my tongue no more. They always say that the biggest trick the devil pulled was to make people think that the devil does not exist. Okay, and the devil does exist. It's in our face every goddamn day, pushing everything that's unnatural on us. Homosexuality, everything that God says is a no, they push it on us every day and force us to accept it. The Bible says how many damn times that homosexuality is a sin. But people go to church every Sunday and say they Christian, but they will come out there and tell you, oh, it's okay if you gay, and all kinds of gay people running around in the church. So which one is it? We go by man's law, and we're not supposed to go by man's law. We're supposed to go by God's law. We go by everything else everybody else says is cool. That's what everybody follows. And that's why our asses is up Shit's Creek now. But the son actually came out his mouth and said that his mother was taken over by a demonic spirit. I felt that way, but I just didn't say it. I said it looked like she was possessed. I said maybe somebody dropped something in her drink or something. But the son actually came out and said his mother was accosted by another spirit. And does he sound like a dummy to y'all? He's not dumb. Listen.
Which is that we don't even know Soular for all that long, like not even a whole month. And like I said earlier, for both me and my grandma, we don't even know him for a full week.
Yeah.
And he's doing all of this, being this close to my mother.
Absolutely.
He is going far beyond his boundaries. And then I hear some parts about his past.
Now, listen to this.
If I had the time to do so, I would have maybe tried to look up some extra stuff about him. I'm not sure where to start looking at first, but if I had the time and knowledge, I would have looked into it. But from I hear, the man was already married 4 times to 4 other women.
Yeah.
And he didn't treat them all that nice either.
He did not.
And one of them, into one of those wives, suffered so much punishment that it killed the poor baby that she would have given birth to.
Mm.
That poor child,
yes,
whose life was snuffed out before they could see the light. I don't care who or what, who you are or what you identify as. No sane person would dare harm a mother, especially when they are about to have a child who's about to be born into this world.
Yeah.
I think he was beating her or fighting her,
insidious.
and she lost the baby.
And you and
so anyway, I just wanted to say that people sometimes put shit on other people. People can do that. People have the knowledge to do that. So if you're going to put yourself in a position where you have people in high places against you and you know they dipping and dabbing in this type of shit, you got to protect yourself. You got to be very aware and very educated. People don't like to learn about that because they feel like they are somehow subjecting themselves to it or agreeing with it. No, I did my research on Satanism. So when I have these type of conversations, I know exactly what I was talking about, because when I started hearing that certain people in the industry worship the devil, I wanted to be able to recognize it for myself without somebody telling me. So I did all the research, and I could just look at something and I could tell because I know about it. Black people don't be researching that type of stuff. But they be the first ones to tell you, oh, that's not what it is, but didn't do no research on it. These people don't do it in plain sight like how people would recognize it, for you to recognize it. Even though you don't see none of these stars, none of these industry people doing nothing that have to do with God, but they're always doing something dedicated to the devil. Always. I'm talking about Soular and Jag, Valerie. That place, those people really believe in selling their soul and dealing with spirits. Okay, you see them all the time saying something took over me and I called on this and it came and took over. Even Beyonce, she said it out her mouth. That's why they don't really let her talk too much, because she ain't too bright, and she be giving up stuff in her interviews without actually meaning to. But when she talked about Sasha Fierce taking over her, it was a spirit that she was talking about. If you look at some of the videos they show of her when she's on stage, she be looking like a straight up fucking demon. You got to look at it. But anyway, I asked if Jaguar was okay. They asked the son if she was okay after I said that, and no, not that Soular made media, but he was down with that shit too, because he wouldn't even let the people in to see Guru when he was in the hospital. And Guru was a friend of mine. Guru was a friend of mine, and he would not let the family in to see him. Like, he had all kinds of power. It's like he was sent in, and then all of a sudden we just heard Guru was dead. And mind you, he was trying to request me one time. I was like, what the fuck is you trying to request me for? I know exactly who you are, my nigga. Don't talk to me. But he happens to have the same damn name as that dude. And it looks like he was trying to do the same damn thing to Jaguar that the other Soular did to Guru. It's funny you brought him up, Made Media, because I was thinking about that today. That was super sad. That's what I heard. I heard they was lovers, but I was around Guru for a lot of years, and I don't know if he was gay. He didn't seem like he was gay to me, but there was rumors going around. They both was down in Louisiana at the river. I saw that video, Valerie, when they was at the river. She said that's where she leaves all her troubles. Yeah, I saw that was a powerful thing what she was talking about too when they was at the river. That shit was powerful what she said. And I started to post it, but after that, everything went downhill as soon as this dude came in. It just went downhill after that. After they came back from Louisiana. And now the son is saying that when they was in the restaurant celebrating the 1 million views that she got on her Philadelphia network, that there were some people in there chanting. Now, what the hell is people going to be in a restaurant chanting for? And he said that he felt like they was trying to take control of his mother, and whatever they was doing, if they slipped her a Mickey or something while she was there, or they put some type of spell on her or some shit, it worked because she just went off. She just went off after that. Everything just went downhill. So I'm just praying for her. I'm keeping her in my prayers, y'all. I hope y'all keep her in your prayers because she didn't have to get up here. She could have kept on doing what she was doing. She could have took the oath, but she didn't. She didn't take the oath. They sabotaged her career, and she decided that she was going to start speaking and telling us the truth, which is a no-no. Anybody who tries to tell us the truth, they get taken out. They said Gangsta Boo was talking last year. She was saying some things too. Like they give it some Prodigy. Prodigy was talking about it for 20 years, what they be doing in the industry. Nobody was listening to Prodigy. Then he died and they told us that he swallowed a damn egg. And everybody just said, oh, he swallowed an egg. Who the hell? I just can't get over that. Nobody's going to eat an egg and just swallow the whole goddamn egg. That don't even make sense. You're going to bite the egg and you're going to chew the egg. He didn't fucking die of no damn swallowing no fucking egg. That's bullshit. That don't even make sense. But everybody went for that shit. Nobody questioned that. In the hospital by himself. We don't know what the hell happened in there. Remember in the Omen movie? I always bring this shit up. If you ever saw the Omen, anytime people was trying to warn people about demonic activity or people being demonic, they got killed. That's what happened in the movie. But that's what they was trying to say. If you tell about our activities, let me give y'all some homework to do. Go watch Rosemary's Baby, because I'm going to break down that whole movie. Go watch Rosemary's Baby. Not the second one they did, the original one. Go find it and watch it. Rosemary's Baby tells you everything these people been doing. They have secret cults. You would never know they in a cult. Go watch that movie, the first Rosemary's Baby, and then I'm going to come and break it down to y'all. All the symbolism, all the references in that movie. But that movie told a lot about what goes on in the industry. And people just be watching it like it's a scary movie. Nah, they speaking a lot of facts in that goddamn movie. The first one from the 60s, 1968. That's when they started to really infiltrate the industry with the demonic activity. And that's the same year that Helter Skelter shit took place with Sharon Tate and Roman Polanski. Roman Polanski is the one that produced and of the movie Rosemary's Baby. And he's also the one that Nicki Minaj named herself after her alter ego, Zoman Polanski. That's who she was talking about. The man that produced the movie Rosemary's Baby, that was accused of having his wife killed. They all Helter Skelter, the whole Charles Manson shit. So why would Nicki Minaj name her alter ego Roman Polanski? Yeah, go look it up. What she said her alter ego's name is Roman Polanski, the one that was accused of raping a 13-year-old girl. He left the country. He's still at large. He's about 77 years old, but he left the country just like Russell did. Russell was being accused of things. He left the country. Yeah, Nikki had an alter ego, and the day that she performed that demonic goddamn performance on the Grammys when Whitney died, she did a whole skit on that Grammys 2012. Go look at it. Go look at what she did. And then he said, what is your name, demon? She said, Roman Polanski. He's definitely living it up. Listen, let me look it up what she said. Why would Jim Jones call himself Jim Jones when Jim Jones was responsible for murdering 900 black people? Okay? Y'all got to look at these people, what they be doing, yo. It's not a fucking game. Why you going to name yourself a man after he poisoned a whole bunch of black people and black children, took them to another country and poisoned them? Nicki Minaj, Roman. She got a song called Romance Revenge. Romance Revenge. She got a song called Romance Revenge. Nicki Minaj, Romance, Alter Ego. Look, here's Nicki talking about romance. Look.
And is a crazy boy who lives in me. And he says the things that I don't want to say. He was born, just a few months ago. I think he was born out of rage. He was conceived in rage. So he bashes everyone. He threatens to beat people, and he's violent.
That must be nice to have like an ignorant loudmouth who you can just sort of blame every.
Why Roman Polanski? Why she don't call herself Eartha Kitt? Or somebody, Dorothy Dandridge, or somebody. Why Roman, an old white man who was considered to be a person that was dipping and dabbing all in demonic activity? I can't make this up. Yeah, why would you name yourself Jim Jones? Jim Jones was a murderer. He murdered a whole bunch of, he promised, let me tell y'all about Jim Jones, who he named himself after. Jim Jones was a preacher that was preaching to all these black people about living somewhere where there would be no racism and living in a society where there would be no racism and black people would be treated the same as everybody else. So he bought this land over in Guatemala to separate them from here. Everybody gave up all their belongings, sold their houses, all of that to go on this land and live. And they was being treated like slaves over there, the black people. They was treating them like shit. He was doing all type of psychological experiments with them. And then he made them all commit suicide. He told them, made them drink. They said it was a mass suicide, but it was not a mass suicide because people came out later and started talking about, go look it up on YouTube about Jim Jones, Jonestown. Go look it up. All the people that survived from Jonestown said people was getting shot. People was putting guns to their head to make them drink the Kool-Aid with the cyanide in it. And this is who the rapper Jim Jones named himself after. Why is it that on Jay-Z's label, when they have Rockefeller, first of all, Rockefeller is one of the elite families that rule the world, the 1% that is ruling the world and doing all type of shit. Right? Why would you name yourself Rockefeller Records, Jay-Z? Then, not only that, he was quoting things from this guy named what's this motherfucker name? Aleister Crowley. Big demonic dude. He had on a sweatshirt that said "Do what thou wilt," which was one of this demonic man's terms. Then when he went to Philly and got the Philly dudes to rap on Rockefeller, to rhyme on there, and he created the group, he named them State Property. Does that make sense? Why was these dudes called the Diplomats? Why are they naming themselves after the very government that enslaves us, that actually has us under their power? So who are they rocking with? A name says a lot. Just like how in Dale over there, I was on Swiper's live the other day, and I was telling the people too. The Rothschilds. Why they have the liquor store right in between O Block and right in between 63rd is the Rothschilds. Who the hell named they fucking liquor store Rothschilds? Of all the names to name. A liquor store. So, I question these people. I question them, and I look at how they move, and I look at the symbolism, and sometimes the terms that they say, since I studied it, the handshakes, the hand motions, all that shit I can see when who these people rock with. Just because these people are black, y'all, that do not mean they rock with us. And this is why Jaguar Wright started talking all the stuff she's talking, because she wanted the general public to know exactly what really was going on behind closed doors. Some of these people that's in position now in the industry are responsible for a lot of these rappers being dead, whether people like it or not, because they don't want to give up their thrones. So when you got some new young talent coming in, I don't know who named it Rockefeller. I don't know which one of them did. But if you go listen to Dame, he be telling you that Jay-Z is a sellout. He be telling you that Jay-Z is demonic. He says it. Prodigy wrote a whole letter saying that he was demonic when he was in jail in 2007 or 8. It's online. You can find it. Right. Go look at all you gotta do is pull up. Y'all should get pen and paper. I'm giving y'all all these things to go look at. Go online and look up Prodigy Jay-Z letter. It's 4 pages. It's right there online. Someone probably slipped something in her drink. I think they did slip something in her drink, but also they was chanting, so they did double work on her. And that was the last store standing. But that told me that they knew exactly what they was doing over there. See, when I say the little references and the little symbolism, when I saw the Rothschild name in between O Block and 63rd, I said, "Oh shit." But how can I explain that to people? I can't, because ain't nobody gonna understand what the fuck I'm saying. But these are the families that run this world, that they don't worship the same God we worship. They worship the devil. And they show it in many ways. Now, it's some type of energy in Chicago that they wanted to control and take over. Because don't Chicago have a Fulton Market on Big Dale? Well, New York City has a Fulton Market too. I have to look up the name Fulton and see who the hell Fulton was. Because I want to know why they name all the markets Fulton Market. She probably got a handler. Most of them have handlers. Everything got voted dry but that liquor store, of course, because it's the Rothschild liquor store. And it's naming it Rothschilds is just like Jay-Z and them naming their record label Rockefeller. Giving fucking honor to these damn people that control the world, that oppress their people. But you have to prove to them that you will give your all to them. That's why they have, when you join the sorority and fraternity, that's why they make you bow down to them. You have to submit. Because that's what it's all about. You got to submit and let them know that whatever God sent you here with, they now control it. They now could use it for what they want to do. And it's pretty hard to explain that to the masses, that some of the things they do contribute to them controlling us. But hey, people have to do their own research to find out. I could lead people to the water, but I can't make them drink. And I understand, because the shit is crazy. But I'm bold like that. God made me open my eyes, and my eyes have been open ever since 2009. After they took out Michael Jackson. Because Michael was running his mouth. Michael, let me find this damn what Michael said real quick too. Especially when I saw what was going on in Chicago, I said, there's something going on there. It's something deeper than just people got beef, y'all. And I don't know how I'm explaining that to them, but it's way fucking deeper than that shit. Listen to Michael, what he said. Damn, I picked the one where hold on, let me go to the one where I don't have commercials. Listen to what Michael said. We definitely wasn't listening then because we ain't know then. He's the one that first started talking. Michael started talking first. Listen to what Michael said. Come on, they be having these. Michael was tired of it. I'm gonna put on my speaker so y'all can hear it better. Cause Michael was tired of it. He wasn't a kid no more, so he started talking. They couldn't control him no more. I believe it was a lot. Oh yeah, Devil's Advocate. That's a deep ass movie. Let me go to where he started talking. Okay. Let me see something. I don't know why the light keep blocking my shit like that. But he gonna put up a sign that says Sony kills. Look. Stop it!
Anyway, I really don't like to talk that much. I really don't. I prefer to perform than talk. But,
It says Sony kills. He put up a sign that says Sony kills.
You know, let me just say this. The tradition of great performers from, and I really want you to hear what I have to say. The tradition of great performers from Sammy Davis Jr. to James Brown to Jackie Wilson to Fred Astaire, Gene Kelly. The story is usually the same, though. You know, these guys work really hard at their craft, but the story ends the same. They usually are broken, torn, and usually just sad. And the story is very sad in the end because the companies take advantage of them. They really do. And Sony being being the artist that I am at Sony, I've generated several $1 billion for Sony. Several billion.
Listen to Michael. Listen to him.
They really thought that my mind is always on music and dancing and it usually is, but they never thought that this performer myself would outthink them. Yeah.
What up, Andrew?
So we can't let them get away with what they're trying to do because now I'm a free agent. I just owe Sony one more album. It's just a box set, really. It's with 2 new songs, which I've written ages ago. Because every album that I record, I write, like, literally, I'm telling you the truth, I write at least 120 songs every album I do. So I can do the box set, just give them any 2 songs. So I'm leaving Sony a free agent. Owning half of Sony. So I own half of Sony's publishing, and I'm leaving them, and they're very angry at me because of it. But I just did good business, you know.
Tell him! Say it, Michael. Tell the story.
But so the way they get revenge is to try and destroy my album. But I've always said, you know, good art never dies. Thank you. I love Unbreakable. You know, and Tommy Mottola is a devil.
Respect!
You heard what he said? I don't think to be on camera. Hold on.
I'm not supposed to say what I'm going to say right
now. Did
y'all
hear what he said? Michael said Tony Mottola is the devil. So Michael was trying to tell us something. He also said that Mariah Carey had came to him and he was like, we're going to have to take Tommy Mottola out. So, you know, Michael was going to war with them by himself. So you see, he said he bought half of Sony. He bought half of the publishing. No other industry artist has ever done that before. Ever. Only Michael. They talk about Prince. Prince too. Prince went at them too when he stopped using his name and put the word slave on his face. Prince went at them too for a number of years, but nobody did what Michael did. And Michael was the first one they got out of them too. Michael, Prince, and Whitney. They took the 3 big ones out. So I just wanted to just prove my point that there's something other than what we can see in that industry. And I've been up here an hour and 23 minutes. Y'all know I don't be up here too long. So I'm about to get up off of here and get me something to eat. But prayers go out to Jaguar Wright. And I'm just praying for her, y'all, that she'll be all right because she risked her life to tell us what's really going on up in that industry, y'all. I know people don't like what she say, but it's time for the truth to come out. So we can't keep living under these lies and shit. But anyway, y'all, Andrew, thanks for coming through. Thanks, y'all, for coming through. I'll probably be back up here tomorrow. But I just wanted to highlight what Jaguar's son was saying, that Soular is lying. So Soular looks like he stepped in to do a job over there on Jaguar. Andrew Milliner, I've been working, my brother. We're going to have to link. Yeah, everybody, y'all have a blessed day. I'm going to get me something to eat. And I'll be back up here tomorrow. Thanks for coming through, Andrew, again. Thanks, y'all. Peace and love.